Hello and welcome. Choose where you put your attention, or someone else will choose for you. So that's what we're going to talk about today when the energies are going crazy. I've talked about it before. Tons of stuff is hitting the planet from the sun, from the earth, from lots of aspects. Just know that this is one of the periods as I'm recording. It's just before the Lions Gate on August 8th. And it's one of the biggest shifts energetically for humanity. And it's also one of the most powerful times for creation, or some people will call it manifestation. I don't love that word. But basically, right now, what is so important is where you put your attention and your focus. You've heard about that so many times. Energy flows where attention goes. You know it, you've heard it. I was going to say it's like 10 times the energy right now of that, of whatever you put out is magnified, but it's almost like 100 or 1,000 times. And also the time between what you put out, what you think about, what you say, your energy, what you visualize, all of that. You've heard all of that before. It used to be like there was a major time gap. That time in between what you're putting out there, even if you're just saying something or gossiping about somebody or whatever, it's like the energy is matching very quickly, where you could think about something before almost for years, and it was sort of like, what did you think most of, whatever was 51% of the time that would come, but it could take months and years. And now, I don't know if you're noticing this, but like, yeah, when you think about somebody, they're calling you. You just said something, and then the next time you put it on YouTube, it appears. You're thinking of a quote, and bam, the next thing that you read on your phone is that quote. Like, it is quick. It's the law of attraction, the law of vibration. But really all we have to think about right now is resonance, okay? Frequency. What you put out, you get back. There's many ways that you can put frequency out, right? You already know. Visualization, what you think, what you feel, everything goes out, comes back in. One of my favorite quotes is from Bashar, and I will put it up beside me. And he says, circumstances don't matter. Only state of being matter. So, circumstances, what you're witnessing now isn't going to materialize into something, because it's already materialized. It's already been created. State of being matters. What your state of being is will turn into that thing that you're putting out. So it turns into matter. Your state of being turns into matter. I love that. And the reason I bring this up today is just to bring attention to what we're doing. Here's the thing. If you're doing this all the time, now this can represent your phone, your tablet, TV, whatever, okay? So this is just mimicking a device of some kind, feeding you information, okay? And we're all like this. So now that we know that your attention and your focus is going to create your reality, and it's like 1,000% more, and there's almost no delay. Knowing that, what are we doing? We are giving our attention away. Not only are we giving our attention away and you're thinking, oh yeah, I'm thinking of awesome things. Okay, this attention is bought and paid for, okay? They're buying and paying for your attention. And what do you think they're sending you? They're sending you things that either to change your mind on a political stance, to convince you of something, to sell you of something, be a consumer, fall in line, listen, do this, do that. And pretty much the elites or the whatever are sending you all this crap. It's pretty much manufactured consent. It's like you're giving your power away the more that you do this. So at this time right now, August and in the next few months of 2026, as best as you can, Look at what you're focusing on. Where is your attention going? If most of it is going on this or any other device, who's got the power? Are you being carried in your life to the tides of the ocean and you've got no sail? You're not pointing. You don't have a steering wheel. You're just like, oh, whoa, the economy's doing that. Whoa, that's over there. It's like you're on a ship, no rudder, no steering wheel. You're like, woo, you're going to be carried away. And in the next few months, man, will it be a bumpy ride. It will be crazy. The winds are picking up and you can see some of the storm out there. But if that's the analogy, let's keep going with that. You set your sail and you steer. Where is it? What is it that you want? What are the desires? And are you focusing there? If your desires are on peace, unity, or even the things that you want, or a more fulfilling purpose, or more love, or whatever, are you putting that out there? Are you taking the time to be silent and to listen to the whispers of your heart? You are not listening to the whispers of your heart if you're doing this. There is no way, okay? Your intuition in your heart is much quieter than this thing. This thing screams at you, and this thing is not connected. This thing is not truth. This thing will lead you completely sideways, okay? The only thing in these times that you can trust, even your brain can analyze pros, cons, and sort of follow that manufactured consent sometimes. The only thing that's guiding you, the only thing that's your rudder, the only thing that will guide you in the right place, the only place you're going to find truth right now is following your inner guidance, and it's going to be heart-centered. And let me just share this little illustration with you. So, of course, we have my famous stick figures. So, like I talked about, when you're on your phone, okay, everything is coming at you, okay? Instagram or Meta, whatever the company wants you to buy, Netflix, whatever they're trying to sell you. Every podcast is trying to sell you their program and tell you that you're broken. The news is paid for by certain elites, and they're giving you messages that they want you to hear, and they want you to believe on whatever war and whose side to pick and all of that. All your politicians are bought and paid for, giving you messages here. And when this is coming at you so loud, right, you can see that it's very difficult to have focus and listen to your internal guidance. Your internal guidance, like we talked about, will come from your heart. That's a terrible looking heart, but let's just say that's your heart right in there. And this will start to radiate. And remember Bashar's quote, circumstances don't matter. So what you're looking out there doesn't matter. Your state of being matters. What you focus on, what you pay attention to, how you're feeling, what you're putting out in the world, your state of being. Your state of being is created by what you think, what you say, what you feel. And in order to do that, you need to listen. So how do you do that? Put devices away for a while. Go in nature. No device. Take a walk. Go put your feet in the grass. And I see people all the time, they're going for walks, they go for a friend, they talk straight through the whole thing. They go in nature, they are on podcasts, and they're listening to their phone. Like I see it all the time because I go do all these things. Go and do things that feel good to you. For me, it's nature. Nature has a frequency that's closest to source, God, or whatever you want to call it, the field. And you can sense that frequency when you're there. Go put your face in the sun, even for 5 to 10 minutes. When you're in nature or whatever, just listen. Just listen. Quiet your mind, quiet your body. less hustle, even if it's just for moments, just less hustle. Now's the time to rest when you can. Take a bath instead of listening to, the latest Netflix podcast and finding all your answers out there. Just start to listen inside. And if it's helpful, there's guided meditations that you can always use. I started doing weekly meditations. You can see them actually in the collaborations on my channel. They're the ones that I do with the Heart Coherence Collaborative. And that's where I cover a topic, and there's always a meditation at the end. And there's other meditations on the channel as well. A guided meditation is really helpful in these times, because if your brain is just like looping over and over and worried, and those arrows coming at you and everything is talking to you, and if you're getting stressed out, a guided meditation is really great. And then for some of you that have been doing meditations for a while, just like nothing, listening to nothing, not even music, and just, listening to your breath, that can be really helpful. So today was a much shorter message. It was just to right now, in the next 6 months, just be very mindful of this. Where is your attention going? Question who bought your attention. What are they trying to sell you? Is this going to create the new earth in the world? Is this going to create the new earth for yourself? Look who's buying for your attention on anything, even a podcast, okay? And somehow, some way, what is good for you, to start listening to your inner GPS, your inner guidance, your heart, okay? This is the only way that choppy seas in the storm, instead of being taken away with no control and you're just out in the sea on a boat or dinghy, it's more of a sailboat with a rudder. You're going to be able to steer, and you're also going to be able to direct the wind with that sail. And the only way you're going to do that is with your GPS, your heart. It's going to give you an intuition, a whisper on a step to take here, maybe do this, maybe do that. But in order to do that, you have to give yourself the time and be away from the devices. Take care of yourself. Be easy about this. Everything is a journey. You take your own time. And as you do this more and more, and you listen to your heart, your path will be guided more and more, and it'll sort of like light up with a flashlight. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Jose Lindsay. This channel is Heartful. Namaste.